should be out already. This is gonna be a nerve-wracking day.
I came across Lindsay's stunningly beautiful face on a prison website. All you 50-year-old guys out there, you can be jealous as you want.
Maurice and I got married while he was in prison.
She's going after you for your money.
If she does miss court, the court would put you on the hook for $50,000.
All new convicts, same crazy love.
I've never met Lindsay in person.
How old is she?
27. I'm 51.
Ah.
Do you need money?
Go ahead, send me some more.
Before I started selling drugs, I had a few older boyfriends because they were rich.
I love you.
Maurice and I come from two different worlds.
You really don't know this guy. I'm not gonna let anybody hurt my daughter.
Justine and I have never met in person because she said she gained weight and she didn't want me to see her like that.
She could be a guy for all you know.
Check it out. She using you, old man. I could see a future with her. Marriage.
There's felonies, burglaries, like 30 of them.
Who doesn't want to get married in the back of a truck? I want to marry Christiana on the day she gets out. Will you marry me?
Oh, my gosh.
I've been incarcerated for 12 years for armed robbery.
He ain't never been a father. He ain't never been in no real relationship. As his mom, Quaylen getting right into a relationship, I don't agree with it.
I sat in prison and wrote down my diabolical plans on a notebook.
Don't get over. What the f is you doing? Keep going.
What if you go back to jail?
You with me or are you against me?
Do you ever consider your kids in anything? Everything is about you. Have her hug you, you.
Hey, I'm done with this show.
Get in the car, please, Dylan.
Love can make it through almost anything.
Hell's gonna come down if something happens.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Scott. Come on in.
I'm good. Hi.
They're-
Dogs, are they friendly?
They are extremely friendly.
Oh.
Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, sure.
And basically, I'm looking for some ideas on, things to spruce the house up a little bit.
Okay.
My girlfriend is coming home in a couple days, so yeah, I'm under the gun a little bit.
You're in a big rush, huh?
I do consider myself successful. I'm a risk taker, entrepreneur, and if I decide I'm gonna do something, I make it work. But my dating life for the last 10 years prior to meeting Lindsay was always a short-term, as-needed basis. I'm not interested in getting involved with someone who's gonna be a train wreck for the next 25 years. So Lindsay has provided me with pictures from magazines of things that caught her eye for each room.
Great. Now, have you thought about a budget for all of this?
I'm open at this point. Anywhere between $1 and $1 million, so how's that?
Ah,
I came across Lindsay's profile on the internet. And I don't think it's really anything different than maybe Match.com or something, but they just happen to be in freaking prison. Decided to write her, got a response back, and our relationship took off from there. I moved from upstate New York to come to Mississippi. This is where Lindsay is from. So I came here to be with Lindsay, start a new life.
so what does she do?
Lindsay is being released from prison.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And she is being released in 2 days. I've never met Lindsay in person, but I am very much in love with her, and I see marriage at this point. But no one in my family knows about my relationship with Lindsay.
Scott is my boyfriend. We met through a prisoner dating website almost 2 years ago. Scott had wrote me with pictures. He seemed really sincere, and we immediately clicked. I felt like Scott was different. A lot of guys want to get on and be, want sex letters right off the bat and all of that. For the first time, I was like, wow, this person could be somebody that I connect with on a deeper level than a pen pal. And he has been my support system, my financial support system. I would say Scott has sent me somewhere around $15,000 to $20,000 in the last 2 years. But he also takes care of my daughter and helps take care of my mom if she needs anything. He has really kept me going through my entire incarceration.
So can I ask why Lindsay is in jail?
Sure. She got caught selling drugs.
Huh. It's free now. You can buy it.
No, it was crystal meth.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody makes a mistake.
That's what I said,
What is this? Oh, that's gorgeous.
Lindsay is a single mother who struggled with being able to pay her bills. She was basically speeding. She had a substantial amount of crystal meth in the car and was attempting to outrun the police and was up to 140 miles an hour. But I'm pretty confident Lindsay will follow the rules that she needs to follow to stay out of prison. What's a high energy color?
Reds and yellows and greens.
All right, so I think I want those colors for the bedroom.
Oh, you're gonna be able to handle her? How old is she?
Well, she's actually 27.
Ah! So how old are you?
I'm 51.
And then she's been incarcerated too. Boy, you got your work cut off. You have to keep Viagra on both sides of the bed.
I am not gonna be nervous with having sex with Lindsay. I think Lindsay's incredibly sexy. All you 50-year-old guys out there, you can be jealous as you want. So what's your ballpark on what you think it's gonna cost?
Well, I wanna say you about right at maybe 50,000.
Okay.
She's so young. I think that he could be a sugar daddy, but who knows?
I am in love with Scott. I hope we're gonna be together forever. Like, marriage, big diamond ring, big house, happy family.
Atta boy. Well, hi, where you been? Hi, Dad. Hiding? He's hiding.
I grew up in the suburbs of Las Vegas. I always had whatever I wanted and did whatever we wanted. We would travel and play sports, barbecuing, going out to the lake. We were like the all-American family.
Okay, so tell me the plan. Tomorrow's your flight, right?
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about everything? Are you nervous?
I'm getting nervous. I mean,
We're very nervous.
You're nervous? Why?
Yeah. You're our girl, you know? We don't know him.
You're gonna get to know him.
I mean, I know you love him, or you wouldn't be going through all this.
No.
This last how many years?
I would not do this for anybody if I didn't love him.
I never believed in love at first sight, but I do now. I met Maurice on Plenty of Fish, a dating website. And I was like, wow, this guy's really handsome. And then I go in and look at the rest of the pictures and I'm like, oh my God. He's in prison. Right now, he's serving a 7-year prison sentence for first-degree burglary. I never thought I'd ever be with someone that was in prison. But Maurice is definitely my dream guy. He's got everything I always wanted. Tall, handsome, funny. He's just like a real man. And we've been together for 4.5 years.
A lot of things change when a young guy like that gets freedom. You never know what's going to happen in these young guys' minds.
I honestly believe that he's not gonna do anything to go back.
There'd be a lot of people watching.
Yeah, I know.
Maurice and I come from 2 different worlds. Maurice grew up in Compton, California. I mean, Compton is a rough area, and I believe he was about 12 or 13 when he was in the gang. But I know Maurice has changed since he's been in prison. He's just grown up and matured, and he has a 9-year-old daughter that needs him. So he knows he has to be good.
What was wrong with the stockbroker from New York?
Oh, God.
I mean, when it all comes down to it, you got to be careful. You really don't know this guy like you think you do. And he's been around some rough customers.
What do you do when you fall in love with somebody, you know?
Yeah.
You never expect to fall in love with someone in prison.
People think that we're supporting Jessica on the decision she made, and that's not true at all. I mean, he was in prison for a reason. I'm not going to let anybody hurt my daughter. This is not exactly what we envisioned when you were born. When you have two daughters, you envision them marrying better than us, and didn't quite work out that way.
Growing up, me and my sister were really close, but she cut me off as soon as she found out that I was with Maurice. And it's been like 4.5 years since I've talked to my sister last.
We would love to be able to have a real wedding because no one was there for it.
That's something that has to be earned.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Maurice and I actually got married in prison. I bought our rings online, and they were $2 each. When I told my parents about my marriage, my mom cried, and I don't remember my dad really saying much.
He's got a lot of things to prove. It's gonna be a tough road. This was the last thing I expected. I mean, I'll stand by her to the point where I see I need to step in, and then I'm gonna step in. You may have been used this whole time. You never know.
Prior to her being in jail, you guys were friends?
No, I never met her before, Joe.
She's got forgery charges, giving false information, escape. The last thing I want to have you do is lose $50,000.
Yeah, it scares the out of me.
When I came to prison, I was angry. I got 12 years.
Hey, look, I know you're busy and whatnot, but I need you to do me a favor.
What the hell?
This is an eagle wing for powwow regalia. Not the only eagle wing I got sitting around there. I am a traditional Native American. I follow the belief system of the Oglala Lakota. Even though I am only half Native blood, my spirituality and culture is everything to me.
Hello, you have a call from Christiana at Iowa Correctional Institution for Women.
How goes it?
I'm walking around this little cage. I can't stop walking, and it's raining. I just had 2 cups of coffee.
I mean, you can't really go far in the cage.
No, you can't. I really can't wait to see you, John.
Me neither. I met Christiana on a prison dating site. She's in prison for burglary and a parole violation because she escaped from a halfway house. I talked to her the first time. I felt there was something else there. She was nice. We had things to talk about. We've been dating, I'd say 3 months, and she will be released in 2 days.
I can't wait.
Really?
Really?
All right, we'll talk about that later.
2 more days!
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I got much things to do.
All right, babe.
All right, I love you too. See ya. Go. My relationship history has not been great. I've been married 4 times, and I've probably been engaged 3 times, maybe? Nope, the numbers are off. I was engaged twice, married 4. Most of my relationships have not exactly been happy ones. I was just kind of there and going through the motions. But I'm in love with Christiana, and love can make it through almost anything. About time you got here. I called my brother Cordell to come over to the house. I got this huge surprise planned for her, and I think this is the craziest thing I've ever done. Christiana gets out in 2 days, so I've got a little plan going. I'm gonna turn the truck into a wedding chapel. And a honeymoon suite all in one. I got a mattress inside. When Christiana gets out, I'm going to ask her to marry me, and then hopefully she will say yes, and we will get married immediately on the road to get to the halfway house.
So she doesn't know I'm doing this. So we're doing this because you're actually getting married when she gets out?
Yes. My plan is to pick her up, get her over to the wedding spot. I'm gonna have about 30 minutes once we get there because the halfway house is 3 hours away. So this has to be very quick because I'm gonna have no time.
What if she says no?
I
don't know very much about John and Christiana's relationship. He started mentioning her to me a few months ago, and I think it's a little crazy. I just hope that he's really thought about this decision because they've had visitations, but they've never actually spent time together in the free world. It's a big gamble to take.
You know, her life's been a little bit crazy, so she's been in and out since, for about 8 years. The biggest thing I'm concerned with is she has a history with the substances.
Oh.
I really think Christiana will stay out of trouble this time around. You know, she's never had anything on the outside to really look forward to and to keep her grounded. And I'm putting her on the spot. And there is always the possibility that she will say no. But I take chances, I take risks. If I see something I want, I go after it. And I want to marry Christiana. That ought to work.
Oh, teamwork, you made it in.
What's up, man?
Teamwork there, everybody.
What's up?
He
What's
made
up,
it. You see Nana Talent? I'm a single mother. I have a daughter. She is 5 years old. Her name is Maila Capri, and she has my heart.
I sounded like that.
You don't like the tomatoes? When you stop liking tomatoes? Her biological father is not in her life. I am close to my family, but it's hard being a single mother.
Lord, we thank you for this food. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Let's eat.
I cannot have a child and not be married. I want to do it the right way. I've done it the wrong way before, and this time I want to do it the right way. It's almost time for Quaylen to come home. So, you know, what y'all think about us starting our journey? Anyone can go first. You can go first. You or you. I met Quaylen through my friend Elena when her ex was incarcerated with Quaylen, and we had been dating for 2.5 years. I feel like he's my soulmate.
My name is Quaylen. I've been incarcerated for 12 years for armed robbery. When I came to prison, I was mad, I was angry. You know what I mean? I got 12 years. I'm 17 years old. This is gonna be my life. I missed out on a lot. You know, I never went to prom, homecoming. You know, I had dreams, aberrations, so that's the hardest part. I met Chevelle through my homeboy, Steve-O. I told him I was looking for somebody to talk to. Chevelle was able to calm me down. She gave me balance. She told me everything would be all right. She told me that you know, she gonna be there for me, so that opened up my heart a little bit. It was caged off, you know what I mean? But she made it through them bars.
Look, he been in there for 12 years. He ain't never been a father. He ain't never been in no real relationship. He ain't never lived with a woman. It's just so many concerns I have.
For me personally, I don't like it at all. Cause I don't even feel like you really know, dude. Like, you guilty until I prove you innocent.
I'm going off of how he treat me, how he treat my mind. When I say treat, the fact that he cares about me, that don't mean he's the one.
I just really feel like you know what he wants you to know. You're gonna find out so much that you're gonna be like,
I didn't know this Quellen. Who is this Quellen? You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I feel like I know a lot, though.
You know, this comes with a package. It ain't just you, and it scares me. Because if he hurts you, then he hurts that little girl. And if he hurts her, then he's torn my heart apart. And I won't be able to take it. 99% of the guys know what to say and do the jail talk. I know Chevelle trusts a whole lot. You know, she loves hard and she's really giving. I just don't want her to dive in head first and then it's not what she thinks. I just don't want nobody to take advantage of it. Like when we thought that the promoters were gonna give you guys a deal.
I trust Quaylen, but I guess their biggest concern was the fact that when I was younger, I was an inspired rapper. And I was talking to a producer in New York, and we gave this man $15,000. They promised us all this stuff, and none of it happened. We got used. It's just like my heart dropped.
We made it through that situation. So you can make it through this, even if it don't turn out the way that you want it to turn out.
I've spent at least, I want to say, $5,000 when it comes to Quaylen, but this is not the same situation. I don't feel like Quaylen would betray me.
Yep, that's her. Oh my God. My family members do not accept my decision to marry Maurice.
You're actually scared to see her.
Yes. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Honestly, I'm done.
Oh, she's hot.
Are you sure it's the one you've been seeing? People have catfish people all the time.
So far, I spent $35,000 on Destiny.
Babe, I'm getting out sooner than I thought.
What does that mean?
This guy's gonna die.
I'm pretty sure that I know Maurice very well and that he's not using me. I mean, I could be completely mistaken, though. My husband, Maurice, is getting out of prison tomorrow. And I'm excited to bring him home, but I'm nervous at the same time because my family members do not accept my decision to marry Maurice. We can drive past my sister's house. That would be weird if she was standing outside. Haven't seen my sister in 4.5 years. And it's crazy because we live so close. My sister lives just a couple of minutes away from me, and how do we live so close, but yet we've never once run into each other in 5 years? Like, are you tracking me so you don't run into me? This is their house. I mean, growing up, I mean, we were a close family. Just, oh, I thought that was her. Like,
you're actually scared to see her.
Yes, I would be scared to see her. So my sister cut me off as soon as she found out I was with Maurice. She didn't agree with it, and she thought that I was a bad role model to be around my niece. So she said, I can't have you in our lives. I feel like this choice that I made has no effect on her life whatsoever, and I don't get it. I just don't get it, because I would never do something like that to my family. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Honestly, I'm done. I mean, it's just, that is her. I think so. Yep, that's her. Oh my God. That's... Can we go now? Okay, because I don't want her to see this. Oh God. Did she look? I think she saw me, and this is my mom's old car, so I'm pretty sure she knows it was me. No, I just wish I wouldn't have driven by. I hope one day me and my sister can work things out and she gets to meet Maurice and see that he loves me. I really think I'm gonna show everyone standing by Maurice is the right decision because he's gonna stay out of trouble and do good. Why am I, like, shaking? Wow. That was interesting.
Hey, so I'm done with this car.
Okay.
I'm just getting started on doing the air filter. We still need to torque down the wheels on this one.
Okay, no problem.
So what'd you do this weekend?
Nothing really, just watch the game.
Yeah, I took my wife out. That was fun. I got to miss the whole game. So what's going on with your woman?
You mean Destiny?
Yeah, Destiny, or that's her real name.
She's getting out of prison this month. This is the first time we're gonna meet in person.
You're crazy, brother. Just meet somebody out of the blue and not meet them personally, you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty much a quiet, laid-back kind of guy. My relationship history, I've never been married, but they've always been long-term. My longest relationship was with my kid's mom, Kelly. We've been together on and off for 22 years. I have 6 kids with her. I once thought Kelly was the one, but now I've met the love of my life.
So those are the pictures she gave you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, I will date a criminal in a heartbeat like that. You know what I mean?
Now I know why you're risking everything.
Destiny's in jail for escape and drugs, and I don't hold anything against her because, you know, being on drugs, it makes you do things you probably wouldn't normally do. Destiny and I have been together for 9 months now. Hopefully we get married one day because she just makes me happy.
Are you sure it's the one you've been seeing? I mean, how many people have catfish people all the time?
Like, why would somebody do that?
Why do people do what they do?
I don't think she would do that to me, though. The reason Destiny and I never met was because she said she gained a little bit of weight and she didn't want me to see her like that. I think that's one thing I'm nervous most about, is that she doesn't look like what she looks like.
You send her money?
I do.
How much have you spent in total with her?
I haven't really figured it out, but...
Is it a lot?
Yeah,
Oh,
thousands.
geez. Thousands? Oh, wow, Shawnee. Oh, wow. I think when I go to prison, I'm gonna make you my pen pal. Oh, is it her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from Destiny. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. To refuse this. Steve,
Wow.
Hey.
what are you doing?
Oh, just working with Hector.
I was calling you like 5 times in a row.
Oh, I didn't hear my phone.
There could be a possibility that Destiny is catfishing Sean. He's just trust people right off the bat instead of having where you have to earn your trust. Sean gives you trust, and that's just the way he is. So this guy's gonna die. He's gonna get robbed, or he's gonna die.
Babe, I'm getting out sooner than I thought. It could be like within literally a week or sooner.
Well, that's awesome.
So there's just one thing. I need you to see a bail bondsman.
What does that mean?
They won't tell me my release date, but I think that you can go to the bail bondsman and figure it out.
I gotta pay money?
It's like a down payment on the relationship, and it's gonna be fine.
I can, I guess. So far, I spent $35,000 on Destiny. Phone calls and commissary. I make a pretty good living, so I don't mind doing it to help her and to talk to her.
I appreciate you, Kay.
And it's almost done. Well, you make me a better person, too.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay, babe?
All right, I love you.
I love you too, okay?
All right. I've never connected with somebody like Destiny in the outside world. There's a lot of people that are fake to each other. They just kind of put this persona out there that they're somebody that they're not. So I feel like, you know, talking to somebody this way and getting to know them is probably be more honest.
So have you been completely honest with Destiny?
There are a couple of things that I haven't told Destiny because I'm afraid it would scare her away. But I'm gonna have to tell her soon.
There's felonies, burglaries, like 30 of them. Do you see all of these?
People can change. I'm going to marry Christiana on the day she gets out.
So the coronavirus has really affected us in here a lot, too. The staff is walking around with the face masks. They came in this morning and took everybody's temperatures. We are locked in our units under quarantine all the time. We're allowed like 2 hours of rec a day. We go as units. We go separated from lunch. We don't see the other units at all. It's become a really toxic situation. People are angry. People are fighting over TVs. People are, fussing with their friends. Like, everybody's just really unhappy. It's like a dark cloud is surrounding everything. I'm in this unit with people who need to be out of here because if the corona gets in here to some of these elderly people, like, it's a death sentence. So it's really, I know it's affecting everyone, but I feel like the prison system is really feeling it pretty hard right now.
This was the first letter that he sent me, and he spelled my name wrong, too. Come on, Quaylen, get it together. Because I'm in prison, I don't have a life in here. Therefore, someday I'll be back out there. I can't wait to meet you. Reality is like hitting me. I'm just like really about to see my man. I've been having dreams about the time he's coming home. Woke up like, wait a minute, that felt too real. Like, what's going on with myself? Me and Quaylen, we haven't had sex, but we had phone sex all the time. He kind of spicing me up because I ain't never had phone sex, so it was kind of new to me. He was like, how about you just play with yourself? And I'm like, what you mean? I don't want to play, just me.
The first time with Chevelle is gonna be awesome. The hotel room with the candles and the chocolate and the music in the background and the sexy lingerie and me coming out looking like a gladiator.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Hey, babe.
What you doing?
Just packing up and getting ready.
Have any signing papers or whatnot?
What papers are you signing?
Release papers. Here we go.
It just hit me, like, you really about to come home? Like, I'm about to, like, really have, like, one-on-one time with you? Like,
As of lately, I've just been trying to prepare myself mentally to get out of here. So the hardest thing about being inside for me is missing my family. I'm excited about living with Chevelle in Kansas, but my mom, she really want me in Texas. And I told my mama I was gonna come out there with her. So I'm torn between the two.
Hey, look, I know you're busy and whatnot, but I need you to do me a favor. Pick my mama up on your way out to Bowling Green.
oh, man. I am nervous about meeting Quaylen's mom. I know she's very outspoken. And also, Quaylen told me that, when she is a little bit controlling. Okay.
Okay. Well, next time I see you, I'll be a free man.
I know. What the hell? It's frustrating the fact that I have to share that time with his mom. I mean, how am I supposed to have sex with Quaylen when his mom is there? Well, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Hello?
What's up, chicken?
What are you making?
Bear root tea.
Oh, never had that before.
Sapphire is my 18-year-old daughter.
And how many kids do you have?
Hold on, let's see. Tyler, Heaven, Elijah, Sapphire. Tyler, Heaven, Elijah, Sapphire, Sarah, Marissa, Abram. Okay, got it. I have a total of 8 children, but my son, Abram, and my daughter, Clarissa, still live at home with me. You wanna give me a hand getting the smudge stuff out? So, Christiana is getting out tomorrow. I'm a little nervous because my children don't even know I'm dating anyone, let alone someone who is incarcerated.
What are you exactly doing with all of this? More powwows or?
Not exactly. Ceremony, yes. Powwow, not so much. I've been dating a girl.
Okay, from where?
Online.
So you met her online.
Yeah. And currently she's in prison, and I'm gonna go and pick her up. I'm going to marry her on the day she gets out.
So you're just gonna marry her right out of prison?
Yes, that is the plan, yes.
My dad likes to commit pretty quick. I mean, one of my dad's girlfriends he met because he had put an ad on Craigslist asking Santa to bring him a girlfriend for Christmas. And she apparently responded, and then they were dating. But even for him, I mean, this is crazy. What's her name?
It's Christiana.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I found it. Like, there's felonies, burglaries. There's like 30 of them. Do you see all of these?
People can change. Usually the senses are tingling when I feel something is off, and I just don't feel like that.
I do think that my dad is making a huge mistake. She does have a really long arrest record, and that is kind of nerving. What's to say that she doesn't end up getting you into trouble? Because if you get in trouble, you could go back to jail.
That's a thought that hadn't really crossed my mind because I think I'm strong enough now after 10 years out to stay away from those things. When I was younger, I was a scam artist. I would print my own checks and I would just change 1 or 2 digits in the account number so it looked like a mistake. I went to prison for 12 years, and when I got out of prison in 2008, you know, I never wished to be on that side of the wall again. But on the other hand, it's time to live a little.
Is she Native too, or?
She is a Christian. I'm a little concerned about that.
Don't you think that you're probably going a little fast? If you get a Native wedding, you can't get divorced.
I am well aware of that. The only way that a divorce could happen is if she does something against what the wedding stands for. I'm just hoping it doesn't go to that point. I know we have a lot to discuss, but being with somebody that could understand what I've been through and that I could understand what they've been through will help both of us. This is the first time I've ever had such a solid, deep connection in my life.
How do you know you're not just getting scammed?
I think we have to hope for the best on this one and see where it takes me.
So far, I spent $35,000 on Destiny.
They've charged her with escape. She's a flight risk. If she does miss court, the court would put you on the hook for $50,000.
This mission, I've decided to name it Operation Free Destiny. Hopefully this is the final stretch to bring her home. Destiny said she's getting out soon, so I'm on my way to the bail bondsman, get some more information and see if I can get a release date. I've taken out of my 401k and moved a lot of money around to try to do all this for Destiny. She does something to me that nobody else has. Like, when I'm around her, people know that when I talk to her, oh, you must have been on the phone with Destiny because you light up, you know? And that kind of tells me this is gonna work.
Help you?
Hey, my name is Sean, and I'm here to try to see what I need to do about getting somebody out of jail.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Who's in jail?
Destiny.
And how are you related to Destiny?
She's my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? Okay. So prior to her being in jail, you guys were friends?
No, I never met her before jail. No.
Have you visited her?
No.
You've never visited her?
No, so I get her out to be the first time, yep.
Okay.
We just started off talking on like a pen pal site. A kind of relationship developed over that time.
Okay. I know you want to start having a relationship with her, it sounds like, but man, we've got to make sure you know who you're talking to, and I know who I'm dealing with.
Okay.
I'm gonna look her up and do some criminal history stuff. In my 37 years of doing this, I have seen people walk in and want to bail people out of jail, and there's many times they don't know this person. I don't know if Destiny is using Sean, but in my past experiences, it usually turns out that way. Have you ever bailed anybody out of jail before? Do you know how it works?
I have not.
We issue insurance policies to the courts of California guaranteeing people's appearance in court. The insurance policy in this case is for $50,000.
All right.
All right? They're just saying we feel as though that amount will guarantee her appearance in court. However, if she didn't go to court, the court would send us a notice and demand payment of $50,000, putting you on the hook 100%.
Okay.
So the cost of a bail bond is 10% of the bail amount. So the cost to bail her out of jail would be $5,000.
Right.
And it is non-refundable no matter what happens with the case.
Okay.
I can tell you that she's got a significant criminal history, okay? She's had a case in 2011, 2012, 2009, 2017. She's got forgery charges, giving false information. The reason that she has to bail is because they've charged her with escape. She was on an ankle monitor and she cut the monitor off. She's a flight risk, so she will be released from the state prison hold. However, she does have the matter that she needs to take care of for the escape. She could get sentenced to more jail time, more prison time.
There was a lot of things that I didn't know about Destiny, about all the charges and how she's been in and out of jail since she was 14. I would never believe that Destiny wouldn't run. But on the other hand, you know, her past says something different.
I will tell you some good news. Her release date for state prison is tomorrow. So once we posted the bond, she'd be out of jail relatively quickly. Now, she goes back to court just a couple weeks away. If she does miss court or something does go haywire, the last thing I want to have you do is lose $50,000. I don't
want to lose $50,000 either. I think I know her enough to where that I feel comfortable doing this. And, you know, my dad was in prison, and he changed for the better, and he turned his life around. And that's kind of what I see in Destiny.
I was 12 when my dad went to prison for theft, and he was in prison for 5 years. My dad gave me some advice. He just told me to watch out for people in prison, just tend to use people just to get by with whatever they need and say whatever they need to say to get what they need. But he doesn't know Destiny like I know Destiny.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get her out.
Okay. We're going to see what we can do here to help you get through this.
All right. I appreciate it.
And I just hope that in the end that she is who she says she is. If she takes off, then I'm on the hook for the whole $50,000, and it scares the out of me.